How you gonna leave with nothing but a sign?
Yo, what's going on, chat?
Another evening I'll be sitting reading in between your lines.
What's going on?
Because I miss you all the time.
A whole lot of drama going on in
Get
Chelsea.
away, another
Hope you
way
guys
to
are doing
feel
good.
what you didn't want yourself to know.
Hope you guys are doing good. How y'all doing, everyone? I'm not gonna be on. I'm not gonna be here for long, guys. But we do want to talk about football, and then maybe we'll want to at least back into one episode. But I do want to say, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for being here. A lot of big things. A lot of big things to talk about, guys. A lot of drama to talk about. Just gonna wait for more people. I know this is not a want to say, how y'all doing, y'all? Yakuza season 2 is back. I'm happy with it. Yakuza season 2 is actually back. I'm literally happy with it.
So get away, another way to feel what you didn't want yourself to know, and let yourself go. You know you didn't lose your self-control. Let's start at the rainbow. Turn away, another way to be where you didn't want yourself to go. Let yourself go. Is that a compromise?
I won't play the Alright, we'll see what happens. What happens. Alright. Play one more song and that's it. Got you out. Welcome, y'all. Just waiting for more people to pop in and all that, and then we just begin the stream and all that, you know. Let's talk about begin this. I didn't want to say. Thank you guys for, you know.
It's just that I wanna change and go in your direction. Got your laser
think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's enough music playing. I just wanted to listen to some music, get into the groove of this stream. Welcome, guys. For those of you guys who are here, I appreciate you guys for being here. We're here to talk about Chelsea transfer, right? I mean, a lot of people are bringing all kinds of memes in regards to signing of Jordan Henderson and Welbeck, right? We have memes of auction. We have meme that's being called the auction. We have meme that's being called the Vengers. I prefer to call it the Vengers. You know what I'm saying? Guys who's players who still got something to prove, players who still want a ball. They believe that they can still win this game. So I actually prefer that. I prefer to call it the Vengers. I do want to say thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. Those of you guys who are here. Or maybe later on people will come in, but I cannot wait that long. I know that this is not a plan. But before I get into talking about Chelsea, guys, Saeed made a video. I don't know if you guys know who Saeed TV, YouTube, he's a content creator. Shout out to Saeed, man. This guy has been grinding. He's few people. I look at and I'm like, I want to emulate the grind that guy has been 2K 5,000 subscribers. Frankly, he had to make a quick video be happen. That I think that someone played a corn clip. You guys know what I mean by that. That's what I'm. Someone corn clip had to shut the video down or something. I don't know who it was, man. I don't know who it was. So maybe somebody might be beating somebody. I don't know. Let's see what actually.
Astaghfirullah. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me, people. I don't know what to say. They want my
So
channel banned. There are people.
so I feel so. Apparently, I think somebody. Yeah. So apparently, I think was hijacked. Someone. Someone must have hijacked some site live. Try to. I don't know. And what's it called? On, bro.
People out there that want my channel banned. I've done this for the community. I've done this for you lot. Calling show. But there are people out there that want my channel banned. Yo, this is a serious situation, man.
That shit is not a joke, bro. You know how much work I had to put 1,000 subscribers? How much work he has to do? Like this guy, like start from scratch again. A lot of work. That's part of the reason why. That is part of the reason why a lot of people don't like to do call-in show. And even if they do call-in show, though rather is like audio type shit. A lot of people just don't have the respect for the grinding that Saeed has done, which is so
What the
ridiculous.
hell, man? What's wrong with you lot, man? I'm literally here for the community, man. I'm here for you lot. I'm here to give you, you know, a good show, man. I'm here to see your voice. To that person, man, that did what he did, bro. Like, what's wrong with you, man? What is going through your head, bro? Like, I want you to watch this video, yeah, and look back and think, yo, why? What are you trying to do? What's your outcome of this? Like, I'm just from South Manchester, bro, trying to make it out, man. What have I done to you?
Trying to
What
make
have
it
I
out.
done to you?
Trying to make that bread,
Seriously.
man. Trying to throw
Like,
his entire
man
grind
just
into
trying to
the
make it
fucking
out the
trash
hood,
bin.
bro. And trying to provide for my family, bro. And you're out there doing that? That atrocity? When there's kids watching? When there's people watching, bro? Like, come on, man. What are you playing at? What are you playing at? Seriously. Like, I can't believe it, bro. I've had to just look back at the footage, because I just wanted to check what it was, and astaghfirullah, bro. I had to delete that shit. And that's me done with calling shows. Like, I'm gonna leave that to the big six. I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave that to the big six,
he's not
bro.
doing calling shows
Because
like that.
you need
Yeah,
vetting. You need to be on
calling shows.
Discord. You need to be broski. It needs to be done and regulated, that shit, bro. Because I've done calling shows before. I've actually done calling shows before, guys. I've actually shown the people what it's about. Like, I've done it before, guys. Like, for the most part of you, you've actually been decent people. Like, you're decent human beings. But for the small percentage, it's a risk. It's a big risk. And we're at 225,000 subscribers, guys. We are at that level. We can't be doing this madness, bro. I can't risk it. So that's me done with calling shots, bro.
Yeah, so let me summarize what happened. Let me just quickly summarize what happened and then we'll move on, guys. So apparently, Saeed did a call-in live-in show, either for his memberships or for people in Disco, whatever, right? Talk about football, about Manchester United with his fan base, with his fans, with the people who are subscribed to him, right? And apparently, the call-in show was not strictly regulated. The call-in show was not regulated, and then all of a sudden, somebody decided to post a clip of Corn on live. Yes, that's right. You guys know what I mean by corn, bro. He tried to show a man's pee inserted into a woman's pum pum, bro. And then immediately Saeed had to cut the live off, delete the call-in live show and all that, right? Delete it forever for good to make sure that that video or the live stream does not get his channel banned, bro. Imagine you going on live trying to, um, do a call-in show, trying to interact with your fan base, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, motherfuckers are coming in here and are ruining or trying to get your channel banned, right? So that's kind of what happened with Saeed. Stream was hijacked. It is very, very unfortunate, and it is such a like I cannot believe that people know I cannot believe that people try to do such a thing. Try to the hard work that this guy has done, bro. It is wrong, ridiculous. It is unfair, and you just gotta look at the question like, yo, what are these people doing, bro? These people are doing, like they're wilding, bro. This guy, this person that did this was wilding, and he just, and he has ruined it for everyone else who would have loved the idea of a call-in show because they are decent people. But if that one person out of 20 decent people is gonna go out there and ruin your channel, have your channel banned, and take all your hard work and throw that shit into the trash, bro. Yeah, Saeed cannot risk it. Saeed cannot risk it, bro. It is sad. It is ridiculous. You taking all the hard work and motherfuckers is trying to get your channel banned, bro. So very, very um bad for Saeed. I hope that he's able to bounce back from this. I hope that YouTube does not come at him real quick. I think he did a good job making sure he did the video as soon as possible, ASAP, expeditiously, bro. Because that is so so wrong. I'm just gonna play this a couple bit more and then we'll move on.
So if I'm part of a calling show, yeah. But that's the second time. The first time I was ready. If you actually look at the first time, yeah, let me go bring you this, guys, yeah? I'm gonna go bring you this, guys. I don't know if it's online right now. Saeed TV calling show because I remember um, there was a guy that tried to do it to me. Here we go. There was a guy that tried to do it to me time ago, guys. Look at this. Bring on Will. So I was quick. What is this?
Look at that shit.
So I was
That is
quick last time.
disgusting.
If you actually look at it again,
That is disgusting.
watch it again.
Someone tried to show his penis. Look at that.
I was
Someone tried to
quick.
show his ass.
No, bro,
Nah,
I'm thinking about
bro.
transfer window.
That is
I'm thinking
bullshit.
about who are we gonna get? I'm not ready.
That
I'm
is
not
bullshit,
internet ready.
bro.
Word to Balsa, man's not internet ready. So
A guy tried to show his bum on live stream. What are we doing here, chat? Yo, chat, what is going on here, bro? Dude tried to show his bum on live stream. What the fuck is going on here, bro? That is disgusting. Completely disgusting, bro. Jesus Christ, man. That is so ridiculous. This is like
I asked him a question. He put it in the group because what happened was, I was trying to get different fans. So, for example, I'll get a Chelsea fan there, an Arsenal fan, because obviously it's a Premier League calling show, right? So I thought, let me mix it up a little bit. The guy DM'd, he puts it into the there's a little bit where it's a private message. He says, "Yo, I'm a Liverpool fan. Get me on." So I thought, cool, let me get a Liverpool fan on. He stares at me. So I'm like, "Yo, he's saying like, you okay? Maybe it's an internet connection." Little did I know, he then puts an overlay or a video, or whatever it was, and it's a madness, people. It's crazy in the dunya. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, like, what the hell, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? And the
that
bad
is
thing
so
is,
fucked up.
sometimes you can say to yourself, cool, you can delete the scene and whatnot, but bro, the amount of messages I've got right now, even my old brother got a message from someone else saying, yo, check to your broski, man. Something mad has happened, bro. These are the type of shit that get your channel banned. If I'd have left that any more second, someone in the community that maybe doesn't F with me in that sort of way can ban my channel for a certain type of criteria. It's a serious situation. You don't realize it may be a laughing joke because obviously, you know what I mean, but like, to some people it's a joke and that, but bro, that's a warning sign, bro. That man's got to take that seriously, man. I want to be part of the community. I want to give you content, but broski, it's like I can't even rest. Like man's getting done in the car park. I don't like.
The
It's
car
it's
park.
unsafe.
Hey, yeah, y'all
It's
niggas better
either the
go meet
car
him at the
park
car
or
park,
it's
bro.
online. Like, what do I do? I got someone telling me, yo, join the atmosphere and trying to rage bait me. Or I've got a guy that's actually
Go
trying
meet him
to,
at the car park, chat.
do whatever
Go
and
meet
say,
him at
yo,
the
we say,
fucking car park.
so I'm getting caught in both ends.
Yeah.
I'm getting caught in both ends, bro. It's not a joke.
Look, man. I hope to one day do a live in calling show. I'll tell you guys this, man. No one better think about trying that bush. I plan to do a live in calling show one time. If you guys want me to do a live in calling show, let me know. I would like to do it with you guys. You know, I would like to talk with you guys, communicate with you guys. You know, let's talk about football. Let's talk about anything in general, right? But if niggas are gonna come on my stream and try that bullshit, bro, nigga, I'm not just like I mean, yo, nigga, it's like permanent ban, bro. It's like permanent ban, bro. Like fuck out here with that shit. I mean, like imagine Saeed going live and then someone decides has an opportunity to talk about football with Saeed, and then the guy just wait a moment, turns around and try to play a porn video. Come on, what we doing here, chat? What are we doing here, man? That is so ridiculous. It is so not cool at all. That is not cool at all. Anyway, I hope you guys got the gist of what I was just talking about. Right now, let's just get into Chelsea transfer real quick. I'd like to get into Chelsea transfer, talk about Chelsea transfer. But first, I'm going to talk about Daniel Welbeck. That's right, guys. Hmm. Danny Welbeck to Chelsea, y'all. Deal in place with Brighton for the striker. Welbeck has agreed terms with Chelsea until 28 medical. Brighton approved decision to let him go after 4 months with Danny. So this is interesting, guys. It's not like Brighton. It's not like Brighton was willing to like sell Danny Welbeck against his will or none of that, right? Danny Welbeck wanted to go. He wanted to go. And keep in mind, guys, Danny Welbeck has scored goals again. That came off the bench and scored a goal against Chelsea last season. Came on like and years before that, even when he was at Man United, he was scoring goals against Chelsea. So to finally have this 35-year-old striker who's obviously going to be coming on from the bench and experienced player, Premier League proven, knows how to play the game of football at the Premier League level. Very elite, played 34 matches and scored 13 Premier League goals. Daniel Welbeck scored 13 Premier League goals, man. Fighting. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna be able to score double-digit goals for Chelsea, in my opinion. But as a squad player, as a player coming off from the bench to replace João Pedro, this is huge, guys. Or is it just me? This is huge for Daniel Welbeck to go out there, oh, bro. So I like what this is. I like how going like where this is going. Let's be honest here. Not Blue Coat that orchestrated this. Blue Coat did not orchestrate this. Blue Coat did not try to go for Daniel Welbeck or try to go for tendency or trying to go for Granit Xhaka. All of this was Zabi Alonso. And I've been saying this. I have to trust in Zabi Alonso. I have to believe that Zabi Alonso doing. And come on, it's clear that Zabi Alonso knows what he's doing. He knows that he need player coaches, players with experience, not necessarily not just for on the pitch, not just for on the pitch, but in practice. In practice, locker room, if two players are butting heads, right? Two players are arguing against each other. Sometimes Xabi Alonso cannot be the coach to go out there and break it apart between two players. I have played the game. I've played sports. I've played sports at the college level. I played high school sports, guy. When two players was going at it, sometimes we had the senior players go out there and break it up and have them shake hands, talk to each other about the issue, have them shake hands, bro. Danny Welbeck can do that. For all we know, Danny Welbeck could also be a guidance to Liam Delap. If Liam Delap decide to stay with us, Nicholas Jackson decide to stay with us, Danny Welbeck can be the guy to advise, guide Liam Delap about how to play, how to move, how to find a way to put yourself scoring positions to score. Guys, Danny Welbeck has been phenomenal at the Premier League level. Yes, he's not been a world class like Ellen Haaland type of striker. Come on now. He scored 13 goals at the Premier League and he only started 26 games. He only started 26 games, man, with 13 Premier League goals. So this is huge for Chelsea. I love this. I know that, look, a lot of people are believing that, okay, if we want experienced players, why not get the experienced players with who are elite at the very, who are elite? Maybe not necessarily world class strikers, but experienced players who are elite. Remember, Danny Welbeck is Premier League proven, but I would not consider an elite player. We talk about elite strikers, right? I don't know if you guys can give me examples of elite strikers. I'm thinking of Victor Osimhen. I'm thinking of what's that striker from Juventus? What's that striker from Juventus, chat? Vlahovic. Is that his name? Vlahovic. right? We have Mikel Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad, who scored like what four goals at the World Cup for Spain. These are elite strikers, right? That can come to Chelsea being young, 30 years, 29 years, 28 years, and also being like maybe not Premier League proven, but they are matured and proven they at the highest level. The thing, one of the major issues that we lacked at Chelsea was mentorship. We don't have mentorship at the striker level. Who could we look to be our mentor? Especially when Liam Delap is a young player. Nicholas Jackson's a young player. Who was our mentor, bro? You come to the midfield, who was our mentor player? You come to defense, who was our mentor, bro? That we did not have mentorship at any of these positions. And that was part of the major issues that we have with the young players, man. That's why we were folding under pressure. That's why at some moments we did not play good enough. Moments where like, okay, moments in games where experience matters a lot, did not have that because the players lacked it or the players did not have it. We won the Champions League in 2021. You know how many experienced players we had? We had Asprocleta, we had Thiago Silva, we had N'Golo Kante, we had Antonio Rudiger, man. Like, come on. Mixed with youth players like Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Rich James. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, this is also putting a lot of pressure on Xabi Alonso. I'm gonna be honest. Gonna be a lot of pressure on Xabi Alonso because now every non-Chelsea fan and every Chelsea fan is talking about Chelsea summer transfer. So they are saying at the very least, Xabi Alonso should be able to secure top four with everything that he's getting. Am I the only one that agrees or disagrees? You guys agree or disagree with that? You guys believe that Xabi Alonso getting everything that he needs, so there is like no excuses? What do y'all think about that? Because I am inclined to agree. Very, very much inclined. Look at this. 18 years of this guy has been played at Manchester United, played at Arsenal, played at Sunderland, played at Brighton. Now he's going to play for Chelsea. Coming off on the bench, but guiding the players. I think it's very, 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 very.
Tuto Sport. Chelsea are interested in signing French left back Theo Hernandez this summer. We've held preliminary talks with the defender.
Yeah. So when it comes to the leadership qualities, that
So I'm not necessarily. I'm focused on the leadership qualities. That's what I want. That is what I care about, bro. A lot of people are not agreeing with this. But I think this is a good decision. A lot of people are not agreeing with this decision, but I think it's a very good decision, man. What do you guys think? I'm actually fine with this. Does not look the best, no. But is it the worst? No, it's not. It's not the worst. not the best, but he's also not the worst. So yeah, I am absolutely fine with Daniel Welbeck coming, man. Right? Let's look at Daniel Welbeck. Daniel Welbeck stats. I know he scored 13 goals, but let's look at his previous. Right? So he had in 25 20 last season played 37 matches, 13. Right? He started in 2024 2025 season, 30 matches, goals with 4 assists. That's 14. That's 14 GNA. And keep in mind, he's only scored one penalty. He's only scored one penalty. He had nine. He had nine. He had 12 non-penalty. Amazing, bro. Don't lie. I think very, very guy is it. Let's, let's, okay, yeah. So if you guys look at his list, right? He has not scored in double-digit goals until last season. Very interesting. Daniel Welbeck had his highest goal scoring numbers last season. Would you guys look at that shit? Scored 92 goals. That's the 8 more to hit the 100 club. Daniel Welbeck just need 8 more to hit. This is really nice. Daniel Welbeck has his highest goal scoring ever last season. 13. But I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a we'll see. Like in it, just need to have hope. But this guy, being honest, looking good. Experience is also looking.
Yeah, he tried his best, but it just wasn't good enough. So I don't know. I don't know. I know they're going to come off the bench and all that, but even when you come off the bench, you have to have an impact. Shevchenko used to come off the bench, and yeah, there was once or twice he scored a wonder goal. The rest of the time, he was an absolute passenger, losing the ball, beaten for pace. Um, it's that's my concern. Now, if we get a Welbeck, that was the player that he was last year at Brighton, then it will help us. But if that 1 year tells on his body and on his ability, he'll be a liability. Henderson, I'm not holding my breath. I think he's past it. You know, people say, "Oh, he did it for Brentford," and yeah, well, that's Brentford. This is Chelsea. You have to have that same level of performance that you had at Liverpool to be able to play for Chelsea, and you left Liverpool for a reason. I'm
Yeah, I mean, yeah, guys, I understand, man. People are very, very skeptical about this. Chelsea fans are being very pessimistic about it, but as a Chelsea fan, I am optimistic. I am not focused on the on the pitch goal scoring stats. You guys are talking about stats. I am not focused on stats. What I am focused on, chat, is the experience and the guidance. That is what I want. That is what I care about. Now, yes, and Danny Welbeck, we need probably one more striker, but we don't need to go into the market for one more striker. Because even though we have Daniel Welbeck, I think that we can give Liam Delap or Nicholas Jackson another chance, another see how good they are. Right? A lot of people believe that Xabi Alonso got Daniel Welbeck, therefore he does not want or need Liam Delap. Not necessarily true, guys. Not necessarily true. Yes, these guys are going to be competitive. Daniel Welbeck is going to be competitive to have a starting spot. Jordan Henderson is going to be competitive, have playing time. There's no doubt in my mind, right? They're all going to be like, they're not just come to Chelsea and then they're just going to relax and chill and be doing practice or doing locker room, and then they'll be experienced and show why they were bought there. Daniel Webber believed that I'm sure that he's going to believe that he can start over Joao Pedro. I'm not saying he is or he will, but he believes that he can start over Joao Pedro. He believes that he could have a lot of minutes, that he could lot to Chelsea. Same thing with Jordan Henderson. Why are we being so quick to shut these players down when I'm sure that they have the drive and the will and the motivation and the passion go out there and prove the fans wrong and prove the fans right, like me. I want to play to win, not play just for easy money and just a quick paycheck to relax myself. No, these guys want to compete and we should let them. We should let them, bro. I understand a lot of people are not happy, but let's wait and see. Why are we being so quick? Let's wait and see. We know this guy is going to do something. I believe so. I do want to see what else other people have said, right? But by the way, guys, Rodri to Real Madrid might be happening, y'all. Rodri to Real Madrid might actually be happening. Right? Yeah, you guys hear about what's going on, right?
Let's start with our top story, though, and there seems to have been a huge change in transfer policy at Chelsea as they go for experience over youth. With 36-year-old Brentford midfielder Jordan Henderson and 35-year-old Brighton striker Danny Welbeck both targets for Xabi Alonso's side. We understand that Chelsea are one of several big clubs interested in Jordan Henderson, and Brentford would not stand in his way if he wanted to leave for one of those clubs. Chelsea had been linked with a move for Granit Xhaka earlier in the summer, but nothing materialised, and they believe Henderson has the character, leadership qualities and experience that they want to add this summer.
Exactly. And the mentorship.
Meanwhile, the club have
The
held positive
mentorship
talks
matters
with
as well.
Brighton over a potential deal for Danny Welbeck. The striker has a year left on his contract, and the club won't stand in his way either as long as they receive the right price. Last season, he scored 13 league goals and has had a particularly good record against Chelsea while he's been at Brighton. Wow, this is a change, isn't it, for Chelsea? We knew that they had changed tack a little bit, the idea of trying to get Xhaka linked with Stones. But what about these two? You're talking about not 30-year-olds, 35 and 36. What do you make of it?
Oh, Jonathan is
I like it.
36. I
I
think it
have to
was
say, I do like
38.
it. I mean, when I've
I
been
was
speaking
wrong
about
there
Chelsea
then.
before, I think
I
what
think it
they
was
really lack,
38,
and
bro.
I've
I ain't
always
gonna
said it,
lie.
is experience. They have
I'm
way
wrong
too
right
much
there then.
youth in the side that's never been in the big situations, the difficult situations, whether they're going for a good time or a bad time. I think with these two players, especially Henderson, you're bringing a player in that has experience, that's been there in big moments, and he can only help the youngsters navigate through their careers in a more efficient way.
Let's start with Henderson then. I mean, a lot of people saying, well, he's just a cheerleader. We got all of that when he went to the World Cup. Is that unfair on him, given what he did for Brentford last?
This guy's played Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson played last season. I really don't know what people are arguing about, man. Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson, they were amazing for the respective clubs. Brighton finished eighth. Danny Welbeck scoring 13 goals. Jordan Henderson, leadership, mentorship, his passing, his abilities, not at a world class level, but they finished ninth. Both these players led their teams to finish above Chelsea. So does that mean they're fucking done? Like it's just a little bit, everyone is just so quick to shut down these players, and I'm not having it. Sorry, but I'm not having that. To instead be trusting these players and trusting what's that. Um, I also it was this right here that I wanted to show you guys, man. I did when I made a video about it. I played this clip, but I will play it again. Play it again. Right here, guys. This is Bellingham talking about Anderson. So
From being
think
here
about this.
for what, 1 week, 2 weeks, how important is this?
We said this the other day. If people did a blind ranking of people they'd want at the camp beforehand, he'd be in everyone's top 5.
So tell me something about him that the viewers wouldn't know.
So funny.
Funniest guy.
So funny.
Funniest
He's
guy.
the funniest guy at this camp.
Yeah.
And he gets everyone laughing. He gets everyone together. If there's ever an issue that you maybe think, I'm 22.
What's
or
going on,
23,
Viking?
maybe it's a
Appreciate
bit
you, man.
Too much for me to go.
Oh, appreciate you. Okay, now it works normally. I know it's really a mic issue on, right? Mic is. What do you mean it works normally now? What do you mean by left speaker? For like headphones? For like headphones? Cause I use the fucking Yeti's microphone. From the other video, the audio is only coming out the left speaker. I guess Twitch at the previous message. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm seeing the other ones. Right. See. Okay. It's sounding good. I was trying to like raise my voice and shit and all that. Let me see if the gain is a lot more higher. Fucking mic issues, man. That probably explains why people be coming to my YouTube channel and then they dip. Okay. Let me see this.
He'll do it for you. If there's a problem between two people, he'll bring them together. He's that kind of person where even the staff will go to him to sort out issues. He's got no ego when it comes to supporting the team. I mean, yes, he's a Champions League winning captain, Premier League winning captain. He's doing the sets for the finishes yesterday.
Yeah. He doesn't have to. He's a humble guy, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, the mic sensitivity. All right, thank you for that. Yeah.
And, every day in training.
That's something I still got to work on. I still got to work on that, this mic
Push
shit.
everyone else to be better. He drives the intensity. I don't know if we're allowed to say, but the lads, some of the lads that didn't play as many minutes today had a game against a local team, and honestly. You watch him in it, and you think it's
you think it's the
Champions
FA.
League.
Yeah.
But it's and how I don't get how you cannot admire that. And I know he's a very close character when it comes to maybe the press and the media and stuff like that, and that maybe has given them a chance to maybe create a narrative.
You mean switch? Switch what? What do you mean switch anything? Like the mic? Oh, you're not cutting out at all. Oh yeah. The mic isn't gating you. Okay, yeah. So I did make a change actually. I did switch something. So on the Yeti microphone, right? This is the one I use. Let me just go to images. This is the one. This is what I use. This right here. This shit. This is what I use. This is the microphone I'm using right now. But now I do want to manage this right now. I won't lie to you. This is the microphone I'm using, right? So what I did, right? Apparently I did not know. There is a portion of here that says what you call it. That shows the gaining section. I'm trying to see the other side of it. It's not showing the other side of it, right? Right here. I think it was either the volume and the gaining of my voice, right? The gaining of my voice. Yeah, right here. This right here. So this gaining thing right here was all the way low, and I did not know that. I know, stupid me, bro. This arrow right here was all the way low, so I just turned it all the way up, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man. That's the only thing I did. And then for this right here, which one is this one on? This one, this one is on this. This is what I'm using right now. This, do you see this little thing I'm pointing at? This is what I'm using right now. I don't know if you can see it well enough, but this is what I'm using right now. Maybe I should switch it to this one. I don't know. But yeah, small change, massive difference. Oh, well, thank God then. Thank God. Because I would hate for me to be talking and the shit cannot pick me up, bro. I would hate for it, bro. Like for now, I'm just using these mics. Eventually later on, I'll try to get better mics right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, like I'm just gonna stick with this one for now. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Cause then them fucking mics, them audio ones are a little bit too expensive for me. See. Okay.
Around
We
why
should be
is he here,
good
how
here.
can he be here? But for us inside, honestly, his first name on the team sheet.
Yeah, it's mad that you both said that.
He's big for us too as well. We're very emotional. Like a bad session, a bad half an hour moods and whatnot, and he's always the one.
Yeah, you say that because I saw
between
you
us.
like because your chances yesterday. I could see that it kind of got to you, and it kind of seemed that he came over, and it was just like
No, he's one of them. I was annoyed obviously the chances coming off.
Yeah.
And I give him one look in the face, and I'm like, and he'll tell you, let you know, like, and then again, you just didn't have to move it, like,
Yeah. So this is Jude Bellingham and Morgan Rogers talking about Jordan Henderson, right? The mentorship and how and the experience that he brings, right? Now look, I understand a lot of people are not that. A lot of Chelsea fans are very, very pessimistic about it because they feel like we can go for better players, right? Hey, Jordan, Chelsea, what's up, my brother? How you doing, bro? How you been, man? You doing good? Hey, man, it's great to see you. Hey, Jordan, how was your leg, bro? How you holding up, man? Everything's going good for you? Remember the last time you were here, you said that you were in the hospital, bro. I hope you're doing all right now, brother. I hope you're doing all right. I always wish I could know how to make a fucking poll because right now I am a little bit too busy right now. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So look, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I am fine with this. I like this. I am happy. I am glad We need uncles. We need the Avengers. I keep saying this, guys. We need one more uncle. I don't. I'm not talking about Uncle, fucking Uncle Tosin, bro. I'm not talking about Uncle Tosin. I want another uncle that could be a mentor for the back line. We have Daniel Welbeck, who's an uncle for the offense, for our strikers, for our attackers. We have Jordan Henderson, who's an uncle for the midfielders, for Enzo, Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, Etsugo. And now we need one more uncle, preferably a center back for our defense, bro. That's all what I want. One more uncle for Chelsea defense, and then that's it. I'm good to go. Finito. Because I've kept on saying this, guys. Last season, when things was going wrong, we did not know how to right the ship. We did not know how to fix the things that was going on the pitch. We were losing our heads so easily. The Chelsea players was losing their heads so easily. They were losing themselves, and we were conceding goals that we should not have been able to. Like, if we had focused on, we should not have been able to concede goals. Not just that, bro. The discipline. The discipline matters so much. Bro, Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck is gonna bring the discipline that we fucking need, bro. Like, tell me about this shit. Like, come on now. What we doing here? Jordan Jordan up to Chelsea. He says, why is Chelsea fans complaining about the transfer with Welbeck and Henderson? Because they don't realize when we signed Thiago Silva and he carried on until 40 years old, people just need to stop it. That's a fact, bro. You're right, Jordan. You're exactly right with that, bro. Why are people getting frustrated? But here's the thing. That wasn't the only thing as well, though, Jordan. We had like earlier in the live stream, I actually referenced the 2021 Chelsea squad when we went on to win the Champions League, bro. We had Thiago Silva, we had N'Golo Kante, we had Asplacreta, we have Olivier Giroud, we have Antonio Rudiger. We had experienced players that was well in the 30s mixed with the young bloods. We had Rich James, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. Oh, Timo fucking Werner, bro. We had the experienced players that is able to command, guide, and be a mentor for our young players. Last season and the season before that, we did not have that. That's why we were failing, bro. Bro, let me give you guys an example. Do you guys remember Chelsea versus PSG? The first leg when the game was 2-2 and Jorgensen made a mistake. Jorgensen made a mistake that allowed Vitinha to score that goal against Chelsea. Jorgensen was making the same mistake again, always trying to play out from the back when PSG was high pressing us. You know what Enzo Fernandez did? Enzo Fernandez was pissed off and exhausted, and then he came towards Jorgensen and told him to play it long. Enzo Fernandez was telling him to play it long. Let me see if I can find that, bro. Like, he was telling him, bro, play that shit long. What the hell are you doing? That is the type of players we need. We need those players that is very experienced, bro. But we don't have that shit. We don't have that no more, bro. Enzo Fernandez is the only player that is willing to go out there and voice and use his experience to voice his concern. Like, bro, we gotta, like, what the hell we doing, bro? I can't find it right now, but I do hope as a Chelsea fan you understand what I'm trying to say. Jordan Henderson will lead. Jordan Henderson will lead the team and the changing room, and he's been winning everything with Liverpool, like trophy, and he will fit really well with the team. I'm happy with this transfer. That's exactly right, bro. You got him right with that. Jordan, and it's not just that. it's not just that. In practice, when we're talking about in practice, we're talking about the locker room. I will give you guys a, I'm sure you guys know this as well. When I was playing the sport, I mean, it was mostly basketball. I played more basketball than football, in case you guys don't know. I played more basketball in football, right? I mean, I did play football in high school and at the college level, but I played basketball like with a little bit of semi-pro. When two players was arguing and going at it, yelling at each other in the locker room, right? It took a senior player to break them up. Sometimes you don't need a coach to break them up. There are moments between players when coaches has to just stay away. Coaches has to stay away from two players going at it with each other, bro. Let the players, let the senior players solve the issue. Let the senior players be able to calm the players that is going at it with each other. And that's exactly what we've been lacking in the locker room, bro. Guys like Jordan Henderson, guys like Daniel Welbeck. Now I say this, I still need a one more uncle. I need one more uncle, bro. I don't want Uncle Tosin. I want Uncle Tosin gone. Get Uncle Tosin the fuck off out of here, bro. I want another uncle, bro. Fuck it. Get me Thiago Silva back. Bring him back, bro. Wasn't Thiago Silva at Porto or did he retire? Bring his ass back to Chelsea. Because this is what I want. Now, you know, what is that I want to say? Motherfuckers out here trying to watch One Piece and shit. Now, this is something that I did want to play out
Do
here.
you think he can add on the pitch for Chelsea as well as off the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, he brings something to the pitch, which is obviously experience. He understands the game. Again, he's been there in big moments. He's got quality on the ball. There's no doubt about that. And we're not going to see the Jordan Henderson we've seen, in the 80s peak, which is, covering like 12 kilometers a game. But he's definitely going to bring something. Being on the pitch, he'll be like that
No
second
problem,
voice
Viking. No problem, bro.
that the
Yeah, I
manager kind of
appreciate you,
relies
Viking.
on
Actually,
just
thanks
to,
for tuning in and being able to help me
make
with
sure
my
it makes
mic
sense
issue, man.
if
I do
there's
appreciate that.
players that have been dropped.
Yeah, this
Again,
stream is
it's
gonna be
always
about
something you need to keep in
football
mind. You need to
only.
keep your mind. You need
But
to keep
then
your head
I'll
down.
come back later on
Whereas sometimes
for
you can
Danmachi.
just
I'll come back later on for Danmachi.
go into your shell and kind of go through the motions. But I think he's that kind of character that's going to keep everyone on their toes. And then when we talk about Danny Welbeck, I was saying Danny Welbeck should be in the England squad ahead of Solanke, because he had a great season, 13 Premier League goals, very good technically, can come into them deep areas. His link-up play is very good, but then he started scoring goals. He's become pretty, prolific as he's got older. He's understood his position and what's expected of him more. So I think that's a good signing. I think they're two good additions that bring you experience on the pitch, but off the pitch as well.
Now, here's what I want to say about that, though. Why, yes, for me, as a Chelsea fan, I am more focused about experience off the pitch. That's what I care about more, right? And yes, experience on the pitch is also nice because now we have experienced players that that don't always have to just stick to the instructions of the coach. They can tell the players to watch out and do more. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Danny Welbeck will be very, very good at being able to guide Liam Delap. Danny Welbeck will score more goals than Delap. Delap need to go to Nottingham or Everton. He's been linked to them, and fighting his place is load of crap. He need to go play somewhere else. Sick of him, bro. Liam Delap could not even do anything against Western Sydney, bro. I agree with you, Jordan. Liam Delap could not do anything against Western Sydney, man. Did you watch that game? Did you watch that friendly game where we won 6-4? The game was tied with 3-3. Shout out to João Pedro with a hat trick and plus an assist. He saved our asses, man. Now I will say this, right? Let me also say this. Maybe Liam Delap don't have to go. Is it wrong of me to say that? Hear me out though, Jordan. Hear me out. Maybe Liam Delap doesn't have to leave if he has someone like Daniel Welbeck who can guide him and advise him on what to do, on how to move, his off-ball movement, how to synchronize with your midfielders, how to link up with your midfielders, how to link up with your wingers, bro. In the box position, off-ball movement, little things like that. Liam Delap is strong and he has shot power, but sometimes I feel like he puts himself in a situation where, like, when he gets the ball, he's getting the ball towards his weaker foot instead of getting the ball towards his stronger foot. I feel like that's one of the major issues with Liam Delap. That is why I have a lot of. That's why I'm so happy about Daniel Welbeck. Because last season, our attack was fucking poor. Our attack was poor, guys. It was so bad, man. Let me let me see if I can look at Chelsea as a whole. Give me a bit, guys, please. I'm trying to see how many goals we scored. God damn it, god damn it. Where can I find this shit? Okay, yeah, Premier League right here. Right? So like this is something that gotta be walked on, man. Where's the fucking stats at, bro? Right? So we scored 58 goals. I think this is the Premier League. We scored 58 goals and we conceded 52 goals. Let that sink in. 58 goals and we conceded 52. Now, if I check how many goals Arsenal scored, right? Arsenal scored 71 goals. Arsenal scored 71 goals. That's 1.87 per game. They conceded 27. Jesus Christ, they conceded 27. That's nice, bro. And they scored 71 goals. Let's look at Man City. Even though we made fun of Arsenal, we made fun of Arsenal for the set piece goals and all that. But hey, those two scoring the goals. Man City had 77 goals and they conceded 35 goals. 77 goals. We only conceded 58 goals. We couldn't even reach 60 goals. Right? Let me see Liverpool. I think Liverpool even scored more goals than us. Liverpool scored 63 goals. They conceded 53, bro. Man, Manchester United. Manchester United, how many goals did they score? No, no, no. Look at how many goals Manchester United. Man United scored 6. Yo, this is bad, bro. This is bad. Man United scored 69 goals. Man United scored more goals than us. Liverpool scored more goals than us. We couldn't even get to 60 goals, guys. We scored 58 goals. And majority of that probably has to deal with Enzo Fernandez and João Pedro. And this is just in the Premier League. So for me, the reason why I'm talking about the goals aspect right now is that I don't think Liam Delap or Nicolas Jackson needs to leave because I feel like if they have Daniel Welbeck who's willing to be a mentorship and 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 guide these players, teach the little intricacies of being a striker, I think that would be huge for us. That will be huge for them. It will be huge for Chelsea going forward. That's how I see it in my opinion. And I think that would be so nice. Now, here's one thing I have to say about Jordan Henderson and Daniel Welbeck. These two players, they they're gonna fight for the place as well. Jordan Henderson is going to fight for his place. Let's not get it twisted, guys. Jordan Henderson, Daniel Welbeck, yes, they're gonna make sure that they go out there and they try to play. They go out there and they try to play big, bro. That they find a way to get starting minutes. And I think that's good because now that's gonna force Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez to up the game. That will also probably force, Joao Pedro and Emmanuel Emeja and maybe Nico Jackson or Liam Delap to up the game as well. The lap is going to have loads of competition between Emeja, Welbeck, Jackson, Dastan, Satpaev. What is track with the first gun? What a player for us just keep or go to Strasbourg. Well, it's Satpaev is 17 years old though. Is Xabi Alonso gonna keep him? Is Xabi Alonso gonna put him in the squad for next season? Yes, I agree. Satpaev is so good. He's 17 years old. He's very raw. He's very explosive despite being like 5'8", 5'9". His composure in front of the goal was really nice. If you watch that goal he scored against Western Sydney, that was such a beautiful goal, man. It was a nice solo run, bro. Liam Delap can't do that. Liam Delap does not have the touch to run with the ball like that. Sapaev can do that. He could play as a striker. He could play in the left wing as well. And he played in the left wing and then he drifted into the number 9. That's how he got his goal. And then again, you have Emmanuel Egmea who's like 6'5", bro. This guy is 6'5", physically strong. He has the pace. He has the strength. His off ball movement is so intelligent. But this is rawness. This is not finish up, polish strikers. Sapaev and Emmanuel Emeja, they're not finished and polished strikers or polished players in general. They still have a lot to learn. Now you're talking about the lap being in a competition with them. Well, if we're still gonna be honest, based on the amount of money we bought for Liam Delap is still gonna be either second choice or third choice striker. And I'm guessing it's gonna be third choice striker because of the money we got for him. You know what I'm saying? So this is still gonna be very interesting though. Chelsea tried to convince Karim. I don't know how to say his last name, but Karim. But the plan for him was more project player, maybe go on loan, develop. Karim has guarantees that Juventus will be important immediately. Yes, that is very true. Juventus is promising Karim that he will have legit minutes and legit playing time compared to Chelsea. So there's a high chance that he's gonna choose to go to Juventus because Juventus is gonna offer him more playing time, right? So let's talk about that if you want us to do so. We can talk about that. And I like him as well. So guys, if you guys don't know, right? Um Kareem Ajabi Jovic final approval after advanced talks with Bayern Leverkusen. The agreement club to club is at the final stages of 33 million euros plus add-ons as reports. Juve are still waiting for Kareem's green light. This is going to be very interesting, guys. If you guys don't know, we were coming close to getting this guy Kareem, right? I thought that he would be willing to come to Chelsea and play at the left wing because even though Jimmy Gittins is probably our left wing choice, I still want another left wing player. I want a left winger. I want a proven left winger to come to Chelsea and play, right? Yes, this kid is young. He's young, but he's really nice. He's pacey. He's technical. He can dribble with the ball. But if Chelsea is trying to get this guy and we're just going to ship him off to Strasbourg or loan him out, and Juventus, and come on now, I'm like, yo, Juventus is a big club, man. Even though they've been even though they miss out on Champions League, Juventus is a fucking big club, man, and they are giving him more promises than us. Than shit, man. It is what it is. You feel me? Got to go now, dude. Cook some food, and my leg is getting better. I've got to do physio now and again, dude. So got the pain. Keep up the good work. Up the chest. Hey, Jordan, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate you popping in, bro. Good luck on your leg, okay? Keep on healing, right? Take your time with it. Make sure you're doing some enough PT, right? Exercise that leg. Trust me, man. I know what it's like to have a leg injury, bro. I had to do surgery on my leg. I had a torn meniscus. Took me 6 months just for it to heal, and almost another 3 months just for me to get back in running shape. So, I wish you the best on your leg. Go eat some food, go get some sleep. Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you, man. All right. And I will see you on Saturday, Jordan. All right. Chelsea versus Tottenham on Saturday. I need you there, okay? Pop in if you can, all right, brother? Pop in if you can, man. We got some big shit going on. Chelsea versus Tottenham, bro. Thank you, brother. I'll catch you next time, all right? So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting if I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, if I am this guy Kareem, I would say just go to Juventus, bro. Go to Juventus. There's no guarantee that you're getting playing time at Chelsea. Even though, in my opinion, we need we need a left winger. We need a left winger, guys. But look, this is all what I have to say about this.
I think Chelsea fans will be crying out for experience, right?
Yeah.
They have been saying that for a while. But then with these two, you're only going to get 1 year, maybe 2 years out of them, aren't you? So why not go and find a 30-year-old who you can get a few more years out?
Yeah, but you say that. You say go and find a 30-year-old. If you go and find a top quality 30-year-old, you're going to be paying, you're going to pay
More
decent money
money.
for that
Yeah,
30-year-old still.
decent money.
Whereas
Yeah.
these two, they're cheap options.
Yeah. Jordan Henderson is signing for a 2-year contract. I think Danny Welbeck is also signing for a 2-year contract, and they're cheaper as well. They're cheaper, very, very cheap, man.
Premier League, they can do a job right now. My thing is this. Chelsea have a lot of young players. I feel like they need, some players playing at their peak. They need some players playing at the end of career. They need a good blend of players. And again, both of them, they performed last year. They performed. Now,
Yeah.
with
Jordan
Henderson,
Henderson Jordan Henderson led his team to 8th position. Danny Welbeck, who was coming from the bench in most of his games, well, I wouldn't say he led Brighton, but he finished 8th, man. Bro, Brentford and Brighton finished above Chelsea. Do you guys know how embarrassing that is? Chat, do you know how embarrassing that shit is? Bro, come on now. What we doing here, bro? That shit is embarrassing, bro. Straight up embarrassing. Trash. Brentford and Brighton finishing above Chelsea.
obviously Henderson going with the England squad, I think he did go there pretty much as a player to have around the squad that can G everyone up, that can keep everyone's, focused in these big moments. But definitely day to day, playing week in, week out, I think he can still do a job. He played 22 games last year. So
Started 22, didn't he?
very professional. Yeah, started 22. Very professional on and off the field, takes care of his body. Hasn't really been injured much throughout his career, so I think it's a good signing.
All right, got a couple of remarkable stats around this. Who do you think was the last player over 26 that Chelsea signed for a transfer fee? The answer is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I mean, to be honest, I forgot he played at Chelsea. What's more, that was way back in September 2022. Thomas Tuchel, the manager then, including interim appointments, a further 8 managers have come and gone since then. Another remarkable line for you, Chelsea haven't given a single minute to a player over the age of 30 in any of their last 123 matches in all competitions since 39-year-old Thiago Silva's last appearance.
You see that?
May 2024.
That's a wild stat. That's a wild stat, guys. That is wild.
Was playing as well.
That
Chelsea
is wild,
they
man.
were a lot better side defensively. And he brought that experience. And I think, again, this is why we're seeing these kind of signings, is to bring the experience, is to bring that, team togetherness there.
It's
You
not
get these
just that.
players
The discipline matters
confident
as
to look
well.
up to them and
The
give them the
discipline,
respect they deserve because
the discipline matters, bro. Jordan Henderson and Daniel Welbeck will help Enzo Caicedo, our wingers, man. I'm trying to see how many red cards we have, and I know that it was bad, bro. I know that the yellow and red cards we had was horrible, man. How many yellow cards and red cards did we have? Like just in the Premier League alone, bro. I can't find it. Give me a moment, guys. How many yellow and red cards did Chelsea have in 2025/26 season? Sheesh, bro. Bro, look at this, guys. Chelsea had 98 yellow cards. Chelsea had 98 yellow cards, bro. 98 yellow cards and 8 red cards, man. What the fuck are we doing, bro? With Moise Caicedo having the most. This is why this matters a lot, guys. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm telling you that this matters a lot, bro. Yeah, but I want to see what team had. Yeah, so okay, so Chelsea had 8 red cards and Chelsea had 90 red cards. Okay. Says 98 though. But this yeah. Yeah. Chelsea had 90 yellow cards with 8 red cards. So these players are going to play a very big part in how we play. They're going to play a very big part, man. Um Caicedo had 11 yellow cards, man. That is insane. That is insane. That is truly insane. Yep, look at that. Yeah, we scored 58 goals. We were ranked fifth in goals scored. I don't see the yellow card. I must be blind. I must be blind as fuck, chat. I must be blind as hell, man. Well, there we go. Yeah, yo, eight red cards and 90 yellow cards, man. And it's gonna happen. We're always gonna accumulate a lot of yellow cards. But to have 8 red cards in a season, especially in the Premier League, was an issue. That right there is a very, very big issue, bro. Like we cannot be letting that happen, bro. We cannot be allowing that to happen. See, see if we're gonna see this. Okay, so rank 10. Don't see the okay discipline right here. Yeah, so we had 90 yellow cards in the Premier League, I'm guessing, and we had 8 red cards. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, this is not good at all, man. Yeah, we can see the 52 goals. We're ranked number one in interceptions per match. Possession one in final third, we're ranked 11. Clearances per match, we're ranked 18th. Yikes. Set pieces goals conceded. We conceded 17 goals in set pieces. Well, that is a problem, man. That is a problem. All right, look, this was mostly what I had to say about this. And a part of me is just hoping that Chelsea can get this done right. Um, I'm not, I'm actually happy. I'm not surprised by this. I'm happy with the fact that we got Jordan Henderson and we got Danny Welbeck. I know that it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be looking good, man. This is gonna be good for us, bro. Oh wow, what the hell? Yo, what the hell is Nicolas Jackson and Enzo Fernandez on vacation chilling, bro? What the hell? Yeah, are y'all seeing this? I guess I go punish both of you. Fucking Nigerians, bro. Yeah, this is nice, man. Really nice to see an Argentine. I guess you cannot say that, he is racist, bro. Cannot exactly say that at the very least, right? I cannot say that. Well, Rodri to Real Madrid is happening, right? Wonder if Neymar did he announce his retirement? Damn, Brazil. Neymar only had 9 goals for Brazil at the World Cup. Yes. Hmm. I wonder if he's made some vlogs and all that. And yo, this nigga is getting a lot of million views, bro. Getting a lot of million views, man. He got 15 million views at the World Cup. Yikes, bro. 8 million with just 400 videos. And I'm almost at 400 videos and I only got 1.2 subscribers. Shit is insane, bro. I love Afrobeats. There you go. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. Wait, is this really happening, guys? Roger is really going to Real Madrid? Okay, yo, Real Madrid is making some good business, though. Real Madrid is making a lot of good business, y'all. They would now earn over 146 million euros this summer, right? They got rid of Nico Paz, Victor Munoz, Mario Gila, Alvaro, Jacobo Ortega, Victor Vado Pena, Alex Jimenez, Mario Martin, and Fran Garcia. Well, that's nice. That is really cool, man. Really cool. But here's my thing. Oh, this is Endrick on IG. Oh shit, Gonzalo Garcia is gonna be leaving Real Madrid. No fucking way that is Cucurella. This is not what the fuck? This is Marc Cucurella? Bro, this cannot be Marc Cucurella, man. No way that this is Marc Cucurella. Why is it looking like this, y'all? Nigga, why is Marc Cucurella looking like a Negro, man? Looking like a nigga with the braids and shit. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Can someone please explain this? How is Marco Corella looking like this, bro? Nigga got the braids on now? Yo, what happened to the fro? The fro is gone. What you get rid of the fro for, bro? Yeah, he won the World Cup. He won the Euros. He won the Club World Cup as well. Yeesh, man. These motherfuckers decided to abandon the long fro to the braid stuff. They're gonna resign for the national team. When is it calling De La Fuente? No more curly hair, looking like a Spaniard Travis Scott. Looking like a dude that's about to be a rapper, man, for UK drill, man. He's like, yo, this nigga's about to make some gangster drill, y'all. Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out, y'all. Better do some gangster drill, man. But nah, man, shout out to Cucurella, man. You know this guy is just living life right now, man. He's back in Spain. Doesn't have to come back to the shitty weather of England. He's chilling, relaxing. This nigga won the World Cup, went to Madrid, and he's gonna stay in Madrid. He don't have to come back to Chelsea. Doesn't have to come back to London. Man, Rodri is seeing his sign to leave, man. Ah, man, yeah, Rodri's gonna have to go. Rodri is happening, huh? Wow. Yeah. They got Yan Diomande, so they're all gonna have to make a lot of. So how much sales do they have to do though? How much sales do they have to do to get Rodri? Where Man City won 50 to 60? I don't understand. Why is Rodri being worth 50 to 60 though? How is Madrid gonna get Rodri for this amount of money? This is impressive though. This is very impressive. I ain't gonna lie. Very, very impressive. Anyway, shout out to Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid is making moves. Real Madrid is making serious moves, bro. Like honestly, even I am shook. Real Madrid is making serious moves, and I am shook of that, bro. They are scaring me right now, man. Like honestly, at this point, the only thing you can say is like, well done to Real Madrid, bro. They're getting what they want, and they're making the bread. Like at this point, you just gotta appreciate you just gotta like just say bravo. Like you just gotta say bravo to Real Madrid, man. These motherfuckers are not stopping at all. They have made what five sales this season, bro. Five sales, right? Let me see. Yeah, it's giving its top priority to Real Madrid. My goodness. What sort of greed is this? Yeah, man, they got Cucurella, Dumfries, Bernardo Silva, Diomande, and now they're getting Rodri. Five players, man. Oh my goodness. But why is Real Madrid asking for this amount of money though? I don't understand. Why are you asking for this amount of money? You should be asking for more. They should be asking for more, bro. Like 50 million? 50 million. What the
Rodri,
fuck is
this has
that?
come out in the last hour from Fabrizio Romano that Real Madrid have approached Man City for Rodri for the first time. Negotiations have started with verbal discussions between the clubs. Perez has given approval to the deal after doors closed for months. Real indicate they are ready to spend 50 million euros. Remember, Rodri only has a year left on his contract. This was a deal that Real Madrid were looking at pre the presidential elections. I think it was the other option the other option to Perez that wanted to get the deal done. He also wanted Haaland as well. But that door has been opened up again now by Perez. Look, it could have quite big ramifications on what Man City decide to do to replace Perez. Rodri. They'd be left a little bit short in the midfield. It's going to come down to Rodri, isn't it? I think if Rodri wants to go, Man City don't really have a leg to stand on. He's only got a year left on his contract. I still do feel he might sign a new contract at Man City, but I don't know why I feel that. I just think it might happen. But logically, it looks like he's probably going to end up at Real Madrid. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Rodri, this has come out in the last hour from Fabrizio Romano that Real Madrid...
Yeah, Rodri is making it very clear that he want to go. It's obvious. Rodri has always made it clear that he's always wanted to go to Real Madrid. So this is not surprising at all. Now here's the thing though. Real Madrid saying that Rodri is only worth 50 mil, that they're not trying to go for 60 or 70 mil. That is bullshit. That is disrespectful to Rodri. I'm sorry. That is disrespectful to Manchester City and to Rodri as fuck. Yes, Rodri only has 1 year left on his contract, and then when you factor in his age, the price brings it down to less than 100 million euros. That's understandable. But come on, man, like we're not dumb here, guys. We're not dumb here, and we understand just how great Rodri can be, bro. This guy's a Ballon d'Or winner and won the Golden, was the best player at the FIFA World Cup. And he's only going to leave Manchester City for 50 mil? Get the fuck out of here, man. He's worth way more than that. This is definitely going to happen because if you guys think about it, Rodri does not have the leverage. Man City does not have the leverage. They don't have the leverage because he only has 1 year. I've always said this, guys. You cannot let these players leave on a free. That is bad business. It is bad business to let these players leave on a free. So if I am Manchester City, I say get him while you can. Unfortunately, if you're a Man City fan, you were hoping that Rodri and Elliot Henderson will at least play together so that Elliot Henderson can learn from Rodri. Because if you guys remember, Rodri was learning from Fernandinho before Rodri became the starting DM for Manchester City. Fernandinho was the starting DM, and Rodri was learning from him. You would have been hoping that that Elliot Henderson, who you got for a stupid amount of money, you'll be hoping that that Elliot Henderson will at least have some playing time with Rodri to learn from him, to soak up that knowledge, and to at least be able to maybe he can gain some skills or learn some skill set from Rodri. That now Elliot Henderson can be the direct replacement for Rodri. If you're a Man City fan, that is what you're hoping, in my opinion. But it is what it is, right? That is that is what is going on. A little bit unfortunate, but I say, hey, move on. Move on with it. That's the only thing I can say. So this is gonna be huge, man. This is gonna be amazing. Now here's the thing though. Man City, I know that Man City is not shocked by this. They don't have the leverage. So what they're gonna do now is try to get another midfielder. But who is it? You're gonna get this Ayub Buadi, but he's only 18 years old. He's only 18 years old. Why wouldn't he not want to go to Barcelona? Is what I've wondered as well. Why would you not want to go to Barcelona though? I think Fabrizio has made a
Well, guys, more to say also about the situation of Rodri, a completely separate topic. But on Rodri, guys, it's going to be important to understand two things. The first one is about the price. How much Manchester City want to let Rodri go. That's an important point. Don't underestimate this point. And second, also very important topic, is about the final approval from Real Madrid president Florentino Perez. Why Real Madrid, if you see in all the reports also over the recent days, why Real Madrid have still not sent an official bid, have still not started the attack club to club? Because the management is waiting for Florentino to say, okay, go ahead, get Rodri. At the moment, they are still waiting for this. Real Madrid held talks with the agents representing Rodri to try to understand the situation, but apart from Rodri being super open, super excited, I told you several times, he wants Real Madrid, he dreams of Real Madrid. So Rodri would be absolutely super keen on the move. On the other side, Real Madrid are yet to sign an official bid because they wait on Florentino approval. So this is the status of the story. Then Real Madrid, in contact with the agents of Rodri, are conversations that are taking place.
I see. I see. That's what this guy has to
Real
say.
Madrid fans, I come bearing good news today. Your days of going trophyless are officially over. Real
It's
Madrid cannot go
facts.
trophyless again.
Yeah,
Last
they
season was your
cannot.
last season trophyless because breaking news. Real Madrid are now officially working on a deal to sign Rodri from Manchester City. This was reported from the most reliable source when it comes to news on English clubs, David Austin. Papa Perez has finally opened the gates. Papa Perez has finally seen the light. Let me tell you something, Real Madrid fans. This is the most important signing you can make this transfer window.
It's a fact. That is so true. I've said this over and over again. Rodri matters. Rodri is the most important signing. Get Rodri over Olise. Get Rodri over Diomande. Get Rodri over any other player. This guy can. You could play out from the back with Rodri. Rodri can dictate the tempo. He's a ball playing DM. He can also help. Him with Chouameni. Oh my goodness. Bro, him with Chouameni, bro. Oh my goodness.
Olise will be amazing, but I'm telling you, Rodri is more important to your play than Olise.
That's
You need
facts.
Rodri more than Olise.
That's true.
When Modric left, when you lost Toni Kroos, you never replaced a passer in your midfield. You don't have one passer. Bellingham is not a passer. Valverde is not a passer. Tchouameni is not a passer. None of them can pass. In Rodri, you have someone that can finally control the tempo of a game. In Rodri, you even have an update on Tchouameni when it even comes to defensive midfield. Someone that will still chip in with goals. We saw him. Right now, you are inviting one of the greatest players of all time, not one of the greatest midfielders, one of the greatest players of all time. Somebody that has won the MVP for Euros. Somebody that has won the MVP for World Cup. Best players of these tournaments. All tournaments he has played. Champions League, he has been the best. Premier League, he has been the best. He has delivered on all levels. We have seen how good these guys. And I'm telling you right now, it will shock you how much of a difference you make to Real Madrid next season. This is the sword Real Madrid needed in their team. That midfield is their biggest problem. Nobody can pass in the midfield. Nobody can control the midfield. Kroos left, Modric left. They never replaced them. Now, when you add this with Mbappe and all these other guys, forget anybody they're adding again. You see this Rodri? I'm telling you right now with all confidence, there's no way Real Madrid goes trophyless next season. Bookmark this post. It is impossible. Rodri, it is hard to lose with Rodri. When Rodri is playing at his best, you cannot beat him. It has shown.
Rodri is injury prone as well, and him going to La Liga, Rodri is gonna be fine, right? La Liga is not as physical, as not as physically demanding as the Premier League, so he's gonna be okay. And he has Chouameni and Kamavinga that can help him with that as well. You know. Now a lot of people are saying with back pain. Now Rodri. Now keep in mind, Real Madrid is gonna get a Rodri that is quite injury prone, and I think that's understandable in my opinion. I think that is very, very understandable, man. Yeah, so I do have to say, bro, congratulations to you know, to Real Madrid for having Rodri. I think this is gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be really, really interesting, right? Gotta keep it being with y'all, man. Real Madrid are cooking. Real Madrid are cooking so much, man. They are cooking hugely, bro. Like you gotta appreciate what these guys are doing. They realize that, bro. You cannot go 3 times trophyless, and you cannot allow what's the name, Barcelona to go for a three-peat. Barca cannot go for a three-peat, man. You cannot allow them to go for a three-peat. So this is gonna be it's gonna be really, really exciting, man. Very, very, really, really exciting. I think that's it to talk about Roger Real Madrid. I'm not gonna spend too much time on right now. I do want to talk about FIFA before I move on. Maybe I'll come back later on and go more in depth about FIFA because I'm also trying to understand what is up with FIFA as well, guys. So, guys, let me tell you guys what's going on with FIFA, right? My goodness. FIFA and UEFA are beefing right now, guys. So, there's something going on where FIFA wants to sell a part of they want to sell a part of the company or at least the World Cup to private investors, man. You gotta understand, like FIFA has always been like a non-profit type of organization, right? Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, bro. FIFA stands for Federation International. They're fucking asshole. Just saying, that's all you need to say. That's you're right about that, Viking. FIFA is fucking corrupt, bro. The corruption, like Infantino don't even give a fuck. Infantino does not give a fuck about just hiding the corruption anymore, bro. They're coming out with 3 countries hosting the World Cup, not realizing that the logistics and the traveling plans and all that is way too much of a burden on the players and on the national teams. The motherfucker was just weird, bro. He banned politics. He banned politics during the FIFA World Cup, but yet he allowed some other countries to come out with politics. He allowed Donald Trump and the United States to have a say in the World Cup tournament, such as sending the Somalian referee back home. The guy flip flops all around, man. He's never standing on point with what it is, with what the rules is, bro. When Folarin Balogun for the United States got a red card, and they did a suspension ban, they allowed him to come back against Belgium and said they're going to suspend his red card punishment. I was like, bro, are we for real right now? What did he do? What big no-no did he do though? Because Somalians if I remember correctly, right? Somalians is on a list of Somalians not coming to the United States because of the whole fraud issue that's been going on in Minnesota in the United States. The same thing with other countries. Pretty sure he showed up with a brand new diplomatic passport after they gave him a visa for the other passport. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, man. Okay, that is fair enough. But here's the thing though. There were other things that United States had no business being involved in, such as Balogun red card. Infantino was on his knees, opening his mouth wide and trying and doing everything he can to get Trump semen over his fucking face. He was doing everything he can. And now this guy is back again and he doesn't even give a fuck, bro. He's trying to sell he's trying to give out minority stakes to private investors, bro. That's going to be a problem because now eventually these private investors, right, later down the line, they're going to find a way to input what they want. They're going to find a way to commercialize football, bro. They're going to commercialize football to the highest degree. Bro, the Premier League is already suffering from these private investors because of how much this Premier League owners cares about the money. We don't always get to see free flowing, attractive football no more, bro. It's insane, right? You can see right here the core dispute, private investment. FIFA partnered with, just saying the ref thing was on the ref playing stupid games. Like, first off, who the fuck gave him a diplomatic passport? And secondly, how can ICE/BCP even check if it's valid? Somalian government about his liable has AT&T. About liable has AT&T. Yo, that's why Somalians are not on the they're on the list of like not having visas to come to the United States, I believe. That's why. Because Somalians have been going crazy with frauds in the United States, especially in the state of Minnesota or Minneapolis, whichever one it is. Right? So here's the thing. FIFA partnered with JP Morgan and private investors, including Joshua Kushner Thrive Capital, to monetize tournament commercial rights. This nigga Infantino is trying to sell the commercial rights to private investors, bro. The ultimatum, FIFA President Gianni Infantino gave member associations a strict deadline to accept the proposal, risk losing out on expanded development payouts, proposing a jump to $20 million per associate. So Infantino is trying to lure members of FIFA, right, to accept this proposal so that they can get more money. So now they'll probably, if they were getting $8 million, right? If they accept this proposal, their payout is gonna increase to $20 million, bro. From 8 million to $20 million. And Infantino believes that, right, this payout would I don't want to say bribe, or like it would influence the members to accept this ultimatum. Now here's the thing. The governing body UEFA, they don't like what this is. They don't fuck with this idea. They argue that football governance is not a commodity to trade, and they criticize the lack of transparency, calling an emergency meeting to discuss legal options and a possible boycott of FIFA events. Yeah, man. There you go. Now, here's the thing, though, guys. FIFA and UEFA have always been beefing. It just hasn't been on the forefront. FIFA and UEFA, they have always been beefing, bro. CAF, which is the African Nations Football President, I guess he decided to side with Infantino. There's always been a beef between FIFA and UEFA, right? When UEFA decided to do the player suspension of Balogun of the United States so that he could play in the quarterfinals, I think it was. No, in the round of 16 against against Belgium. UEFA came out and criticized FIFA for doing that dumb shit. Keep in mind though, FIFA has also been doing too much. We went from 32 to 48, and now Infantino is trying to propose the idea of 64 teams. It's too much, bro. FIFA is doing too much. The former president Sepp Blatter, if you guys remember this nigga, fucking Sepp Blatter was also another guy that was all about that shit, man. This nigga, Sepp Blatter, he was the former president of FIFA, and this guy as well was also all about taking money under the fucking table, bro. All about corruption. We went from one president to another president who is all about being corrupted, bro. I mean, there's no functional difference between 48 and 64 teams. You're past 32, you're playing an extra round regardless. No, Viking, that's not what it is, though. The FIFA Cup is a sacred tournament where you fight to compete. Each continent, each regions will fight, play each other to compete to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. I am fine with 48 because now you're allowing 10 countries from 10 countries from Africa. You're allowing 4 to 5 countries from South America, right? You're allowing a little bit of countries from the Caribbean, and you're allowing about what 12, 13 countries from Europe, and about 5 to 6 countries from Asia. I'm fine with 48, but 64 is too much because at that point you are easily compete. You're easily getting inside the FIFA World Cup tournament. That should not be the case, bro. 48 teams, and Italy still could not get into it. Nigeria still could not get into it. If you do 6 to 4, does that not increase the chance of of teams who don't deserve to be in the World Cup tournament? It increases the chance of them being in the World Cup tournament when they did not deserve or that they didn't earn it to be in there. Like we can say that Cape Verde they earned it. Cape Verde deserved to be in the FIFA World Cup tournament because of how well they played at the World Cup tournament. And yes, you're playing an extra round, but 6 to 4 teams with 3 countries. Nigga, imagine traveling from Portugal to Morocco and then to fucking Spain, bro. Nigga, the jet lag and shit can even affect you. Yes, like I don't know the distance between Portugal and Morocco and Spain. It's probably close to each other, right? Maybe it is. But I'm sure the time zone can also affect the players. Well, that's what jet lag even means. Jet lag has to do with the time zone. So to me, what I'm basically trying to say is that this is not looking good at all, bro. It's not looking good at all. Now you can see right here, right? UEFA accuses FIFA of enriching themselves and their friends over World Cup sell-off. Oh, this nigga, what's his name? Minrob is actually awake. He's playing a video game. UEFA has accused FIFA of using our sport to enrich themselves and their fans after it emerged that FIFA's 211 member associations has been given a deadline of 19 September to decide whether to apply for an initial payment of $20 million from the proceeds of its plan to sell off stakes in the World Cup to private investors, bro. Today, we have learned of FIFA's deadline to associations to support the proposals or have the one-off payout offer withdrawn. This says everything you need to know about this plan, said European football's governing body in a statement. But having held discussions with many stakeholders across the game, UEFA knows there's a significant and growing opposition to FIFA's scheme. FIFA cannot continue to use our sport to enrich themselves and their friends. We can grow the game correctly. It's time to prioritize associations, clubs, leagues, players, and fans. Now, let me say this, guys. UEFA is also not an innocent organization as well. Because they too are using the Champions League. They too are expanding the Champions League to make more money. So let's just say both FIFA and UEFA, they are not innocent organizations. Yes, UEFA might be on the right, on the morally right side if you guys just care about the love and the integrity of the game. Yes, you guys like UEFA will be on the right side. But let's not get it twisted, bro. It, I feel like part of it is because UEFA don't have a chance to put their hand in that money. They don't have they don't have the opportunity to put their hand in that pot of gold. That's the only reason why I feel like UEFA is even trying to fight FIFA. All of it just comes down to fucking money. A couple years ago, a bunch of big time clubs such as Real Madrid, Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, they wanted to come together to create their own league where they are the ones who get to play against each other. UEFA shut that shit down because they realized that, bro, if these big clubs create their own Champions League to play against each other, they're gonna lose out money because they know that they are the most watched teams. So UEFA is not innocent in this at all, man. So I just want to make that clear. FIFA on Tuesday announced plans to sell the commercial rights. This is the big deal right here, guys. FIFA on Tuesday announced plans to sell the commercial rights to its tournaments, including the World Cup, to private investors, sparking widespread condemnation across the game. In a statement released on Wednesday morning, the Football Association said it was yet to see any details of the controversial proposals and expressed grave concerns over FIFA's governance. The FA chair, Debbie Hewitt, is one of 8 FIFA vice presidents and watched many World Cup matches alongside the president, Gianni Infantino, yet appears to have been shut out of any discussions over plans all at a they're all at an advanced stage. Or that well, this is an issue, y'all. This is an issue, guys. So Infantino is not relaying information to some members in the FIFA because he believes that they are gonna disagree with him. They're gonna fight him, push him back on him trying to do this. By the way, guys, this is Debbie. This lady right here is Debbie. She's the chairman. She's the chairwoman of the FA and one of the 8 FIFA vice presidents right there. That's her right here. The FA's intervention is significant as it is the first time the governing body has criticized FIFA under Infantino, having stayed quiet throughout the following Balogun affair. That's not how you spell Balogun, my guy. During the World Cup and endorsed the award of the 2024 tournament to Saudi Arabia. So, guys, this is the thing though. Infantino, a lot of people believe that Infantino is taking money under the table to take take the FIFA tournament to the Middle East. A lot of people believe that he did the same thing with Qatar, and now he's doing the same thing with Saudi Arabia. He's taking the money, or at the very least, maybe he's not even taking money, right? He's accepting the lobbying from Saudi Arabia. If you guys don't know what lobby is, right? Lobbying is not necessarily trying to pay money for a certain thing. It's more like you're trying to influence, influence or persuade voters, right? Thank you, Viking. Exactly, Viking. Lobbying is just legalized corruption. Thank you. That is just a simple way of saying it. I don't even know why. I'm trying to explain the best way possible. You just said it right there. Lobbying is just legalized corruption, bro. Right? But here's a difference. Lobbying does not directly pay or they don't directly pay money to give to you. Like they don't directly try to pay you money because then that's a crime and that will be seen as bribery. So what they do is they try to companies companies or countries will will pay people to influence voters, right, on certain decisions, right? For example, let me give a quick example, right? Let's talk about a company that sells smoke that sells cigarettes, right? Newburyport or I don't know, whatever, like I don't smoke, right? Let's just say a company a cigarette company, right? Cig- a cigarette company don't want Congress or don't want the parliament of any country to vote against them where they're gonna try to ban cigarettes selling in a convenience store, right? So what this smoking company would do is they will lobby people or pay people to have them influence the voters and in the parliament to not vote against the cigarette company. That's kind of what lobbying is, right? So what I'm trying to say that in this scenario, right, Saudi Arabia might not be directly paying money to FIFA or to Infantino. What they're doing is they're trying to lobby to Infantino and FIFA to have to endorse the 2024 World Cup in Saudi Arabia. They will pay people to whisper in Infantino's ear, to whisper in the members association's ear, hey man, look, Saudi Arabia is hoping that you can vote for the 2024 tournament to be in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabia crown prince and the government, Turkey or whatever his name is, man, they want this to be in Saudi Arabia. Can you find a way? Can you vote against? Can you vote for Saudi Arabia to have this World Cup? And that's basically what they're doing. Now, obviously, UEFA's gonna have to find a way to prove that, right? They're gonna have to find a way to prove that. The FA is understood to have held talks with UEFA and other European associations who are determined to kill the plan with all options, including a boycott of FIFA tournaments and a potential breakaway thought to be on the table. Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, it's not looking good at all, guys. This is a long article. I don't want to keep on reading, but I do hope that you guys understand what exactly is going on, bro. It is not looking good at all. I do want to see if there's some people that will be able to talk about this. Let me see. Let's see if Sky Sports have something to say about this. Okay. All right, there you go. All right. Let's see what this guy has to say real quick.
Carvet is here to talk us through it all. FIFA are upping the ante amid all this consternation at the moment. UEFA, though, are not backing down.
Not at all. We're heading for an almighty clash between UEFA and FIFA. It's really shocking how nothing is shocking anymore. I wish I could sit here and say
Let's just say this. Football is all about the money. Like let's not fool ourselves, bro. Football has always been about the fucking money, bro. That's literally how it's always been. It's always been about the fucking money, bro. Football has become commercialized. I mean, bro, what I was right here with you guys watching, doing watch-alongs with the games. And when there was a water break, motherfucker, we were getting fucking ads. We were getting ads doing water breaks. Like, what? Come on. Yes, UEFA is not going to do that, but FIFA has realized that, bro, at the next World Cup in Portugal, in Spain, we can do this as well. We could make more money from this. We could have advertisement, commercial. We could have Coca-Cola, we could have Pepsi, Gatorade, you name it all, man. Nike, Adidas. Come on now.
surprised at the developments that we've seen over the last couple of days, but I'm not surprised at all. Basically, what has happened is that we have had a World Cup where for the first time FIFA was in charge of the ticketing operation. They took it in-house. They had this really controversial dynamic ticketing pricing policy. They made more money than they could ever have dreamed of. They probably made about £10 billion from the World Cup. Every game was almost sold out, even though tickets were outrageous prices. Ordinary football fans were
That money, that greed, chat. Is that greed, man? FIFA, yes, that is very true. Usually, guys, the host nations are the one that's usually be in charge of the ticketing and all that. But FIFA were in charge of the ticketing, and when they realized how much money they were making, when they realized how much money like they got in being control of the ticketing system, but they were like, bro, we could make more money, more problems, bro. More money, more problems.
by and large, totally locked out and priced out of the World Cup. What has happened? Gianni Infantino, President Trump, their mates, some of the richest people in the world, they've noticed this. They've looked at this and thought, wow, in America, we usually get one Super Bowl every year. Gianni has just delivered 104 Super Bowls. Who knew that you could put on Haiti versus Cape Verde and 70,000 people would pay thousands of pounds to be there and you'd have this extraordinary event and make so much money? We want a piece of this action. And behind closed doors, while me and you have been outraged by hydration breaks and Madonna playing at the halftime show and Tom Cruise making a speech, while we were complaining about that, they were cooking up this plan to set up a company that would run all FIFA's tournaments and it would have private investors. And what has happened is news of it has come out. And let's be honest, my outraged is baked into FIFA's thinking. You're outraged, everybody's outraged. They would have known as soon as word gets out about what we're up to, because it has to come out, because all the members have to see the details and vote on it. As soon as it comes out, all the usual suspects, idiots like Carvey, like Rob Harris at Sky News, Dan Rowan at the BBC, Matthew Syed, Matt Lawton, Martin Ziegler, all of them, they're all going to come out and say we're absolute crooks, we're selling the game down the river. And you know what? That will carry on for a couple of days, and then the circus will move on, and they will start complaining and getting their knickers in a twist about something else.
This is prime example of a crooked company being 5 steps ahead. That is one thing I will give credit to FIFA. FIFA was 5 steps ahead of us. When we were out here bitching, well, not bitching, we were nagging and complaining about the hydration breaks and the Super Bowl halftime show. Look, I'm American, so like I've spent most of my life in the United States. So the Super Bowl halftime show, we have that in baseball, we have that in hockey, we have that in almost every major North American sport. So I'm not shocked that we had like a halftime show in FIFA. I'm not surprised at all, man. We're Americans. When you hold a sporting event in the United States, a big sporting event, halftime show is just culturally relevant to us, right? Halftime show is culturally relevant to us, right? That's why I keep saying, yes, the World Cup is bigger than the Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl is culturally relevant to us Americans. After this World Cup, a lot of, bro, I go to work. I work with 50, 60 late 40-year-old white men and black men, whatever the case is. And yes, they knew about the World Cup, but it's only because of me talking about the World Cup that they were paying more attention to the World Cup. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So why the Europeans, the Africans, the South Americans, the Brazilians, the Haitians, the Japanese were complaining about the water hydration breaks. Infantino with Donald Trump and the Jewish businessman, the Arabians businessman, they were all out here plotting, working together. My goodness, bro. Populism, bro. Capitalism has strike again. How do we make more money from this? This guy just explained it greatly, bro. Haiti versus Cape Verde will be a big ass game for some people. You could get 80,000 people to tune up, to show up. Imagine Jamaica versus Nigeria, bro. Jamaica, yo Bamba Club Rasta, man. Going up against Nigerians speaking pidgin English. How you day now? How you day? Nigga, that shit's gonna sell too. You're gonna have Afro beats versus dancehall. You're gonna have Vibes Cartel or Buju Banton going up against Wizkid versus Burna Boy. Imagine having those two games and a halftime show of that. Nigga, that shit is 80,000 people filling in to watch that shit. And we're not even talking about the big teams. Just Jamaica and Nigeria with a halftime show of those two countries like artists, musicians. Yeah, man. You got to give it up to FIFA, guys. FIFA was 5 steps ahead. FIFA was 5 steps ahead.
Low for a couple of days, and let them, let them get angry. They'll blow themselves out. In the meantime, we'll carry on with our plan. And our plan is to say to all our member associations, 211 football associations, you've got till September the 19th, okay? Either you back Gianni's plan and we all share in a pot of £7.5 billion, or you say...
That's 20 million. That's that 20 million that I was talking about, guys. So members, if the member associations agree and sign off on this, their payout is going from 8 million to 20 million. It's hard to say no. Let's be honest. Like Viking, even you would struggle. Temptation's a real motherfucker. Temptation's a real bitch.
No to the plan, and the pot shrinks from £7.5 billion to about £2 billion. The ball is in your court. Get back to us. You've got 53 days. And Gianni Infantino, being Gianni Infantino, he knows that everyone has a price. And he knows that ever since he's been the FIFA president, funding to the FAs has quadrupled. And that's why they keep voting for him. So he's saying to him,
the money.
Even more money, all you have to do is back this plan. Ball's in your court, come back to me in 53 days' time.
So, playing devil's advocate.
This guy explained it so well. I love this guy, man. That's why I'm always come to Sky Sports. This guy Cave, he is so good at breaking it down for people to understand how dire and dangerous this situation is, man. So good at explaining it, bro. So good at explaining
There are a
it.
few member nations that are thinking, hang on a minute, this looks good for us. 211 of them voting on this. So is there anyone that can afford to say no to this plan? And would enough of them want to say no either?
Oh, look, I think some of the richest FAs in the world certainly can say no. They're in the sort of privileged position of taking the moral high ground and saying there's actually something much more important than money at stake. We're talking about the
It's a lie.
of the game.
That's a lie. I disagree. The reason, yes, UEFA is gonna come across as the morally high ground. Oh, we are fighting for the integrity of football. We are fighting for the beauty of the game. Say no to capitalism. Say no to money. No, bro. UEFA just don't. I don't think they're gonna have a hand in this pot just like that, bro. That's the only reason why.
The game from Gianni Infantino and his mates. We're talking about having a future where ordinary fans can afford to go to World Cups. This is so important. This is what needs to be done. There are some people who will think like that. There will be other people who will be thinking, we are just a small football federation. We are nothing. Nobody ever listens to us. The only person who listens to us is Gianni Infantino. Look, these are some of the smallest federations.
In Macau, Bermuda, they could do with
to be
30
fair
million.
to Gianni Infantino, he gets on his Qatar-owned private jet and he flies to these places and he meets these people.
It's not sustainable.
And he shakes their hands, and funding to them has quadrupled.
Yeah.
And it's going to go up and up and up. Now, I don't want to cast aspersions on any of the presidents of these FAs, because I don't know, maybe they also are totally against these plans. But what Gianni Infantino is banking on is having the support of more than half. That's what he needs of the 211 football federations.
211, more than half, y'all. Do the math.
Push ahead with this plan. Where I have doubts is I think UEFA feels so strongly about this that even if FIFA and Gianni Infantino get the numbers and this is pushed through, I think UEFA will still say, we don't care about that. We don't want to be part of this at all. We're leaving. Maybe quit FIFA, maybe set up a rival World Cup, maybe say we're going to boycott World Cups, we're going to boycott the Women's World Cup next year, because I think this is, I was going to say this is a red line that's been crossed, but lots of other red lines have been crossed as well. But I think we've got to the stage where enough is enough. And people need to say to Gianni Infantino, you cannot carry on down this road because football doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to anybody. But if it does belong to anybody, it belongs to the fans and it belongs to the players and everybody who plays the game we love.
Well, you talk about red lines, red cards can be suspended, so maybe this can be, I don't know.
Exactly.
What's been the kind of
Well,
biggest reaction? We've heard from lots of people, haven't we? So what's stood out for you?
If you're a football fan, you're a little bit disappointed about the reaction so far.
Okay.
Because, you know, a lot of people have come out, FAs have come out from around the world, and they haven't really come out and, you know, said outright, we hate this, we're not going to let this happen. A lot of FAs, as you can see up there, have basically said, look, we're deeply concerned, we're disappointed because we weren't consulted. The first time we found out about this is when we read, you know, the Times yesterday and when we read the Financial Times. That's not the way things should be done. We are stakeholders.
Infantino did not propose to this plan behind him. He went behind her back and was already having this plan on the way. So Infantino and a select group of people already had this plan on the way without consulting with UEFA, CONCACAF, FA, other football federations, other football associations, right? And then he just dropped the bomb on them. You got till 19th of December to vote yes to this shit. If you vote yes to this shit, your payout goes from 8 million to 20 million. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's a problem.
For instance, the chair
There's
of
an
the
issue, y'all.
FA is a FIFA vice president. She's a FIFA vice president. How could she not have been consulted? I mean, it's extraordinary. So we've had a situation where we've had statements from a lot of FAs saying we're unhappy about the way this was done, but we need to see all the plans before we come out and tell you exactly what we think. We've also had 3 of the 6 confederations. So North America, Central America, that's CONCACAF. They've come out and said disappointed, concerned. Asia, normally a stronghold for Gianni Infantino, they've come out and said, we're disappointed, we're concerned, why weren't we consulted? The one confederation who have really stuck their neck out and said, we're not going to take this anymore, is UEFA. And hats off to them and their president,
Yeah,
Alexander
but
Shevrin.
but
Because I go to a
they're
lot
they're
of
not
major
that off
tournaments,
battle, man.
and
People have to
the major
understand
tournaments
that.
that UEFA run, for all their faults, UEFA are not perfect by a long way. But you go to a
Exactly.
European
Thank you. They're
Championship
not
and then you
perfect.
go to a World Cup. One, the European Championship is a football tournament held in countries who are crazy about football, who have real fans, real stadiums, where tickets are affordable. And then you go to a World Cup run by FIFA. I've been to them under Infantino, Russia 2018. Hardly saw a single England fan, 2,000 England fans. Qatar 2022, held in the middle of the season, hardly any fans from England. Then I went to America a couple of weeks ago. I came back last week. Every single fan I spoke to, how could you afford to come here? How much did your ticket cost you? £1,000, £2,000. I borrowed money. It's all gone on my credit card. My personal opinion is enough is enough. You know, football needs somebody else to be running FIFA, and that person is no longer Gianni Infantino.
Goodness me, that's
There you
quite a
go.
statement.
There you go, guys. By the way, I do want to say this as well. Guys, Infantino, his term runs out next year, right? If we ask Infantino term end, right? As you can see right now, Gianni Infantino's current term as FIFA president ends in March 2027, but he is running for a re-election to a 4th term that would extend his presidency to 2031. Keep in mind, guys, his term runs out in 2027 in the month of March, but that does not mean he's done with, right? He can still re-elect and still be re-voted in. And it's possible that Infantino can also be voted in. A lot of people, a lot of football federation, a lot of football FIFA members, they want Infantino to come back again because look, if we're going to be honest, guys, Infantino has allowed FIFA to make a lot of money. Money talks, bullshit walks. You guys know that phrase, right? money talks, bullshit walks. And Infantino has made a lot of money for these FIFA members, bro. So even though his current term ends in March of 2027, there is still a chance that he's going to be reelected again until 2031. So this is going to be very interesting, y'all. This is going to be very interesting, man. We are going to see what's going to happen, and I will have to say this is going to be. I will try to update you guys on what is going on because look, I know that some of us we might not just we just watch the game, we just care about football club, but we also want to make sure that we are paying attention to how to where football is heading to. The direction of football is not heading in a very good place right now, man. Guys, I literally I live in Boston. I had the money to pay for a ticket, but it just was not going to do it because I didn't want to go alone. And if I'm going to pay for a ticket, that means I'm going alone. I wanted to go with my friends, but my friends was not like, they weren't willing to pay for a ticket alongside me. It was too expensive. I wanted to take my mom. I wanted to go hang out with my friends. And that just could not happen because of how expensive the fucking ticket is. But anyway, we'll see what happens next time. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I think I've stayed on a bit too long. I'm coming back later on, okay, guys? I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna have an anime stream. We're gonna react to try to finish up Danmachi and Steins Gate and try to see if there's any, anime news that they ought to talk about. I think I'm done with talking about Mushoku Tensei. We've already talked enough about Mushoku Tensei. But the bigger thing for me is like, you know, how is anime of summer 2026 going along? Is summer if is summer anime as good as winter and spring anime, right? Because I feel like there hasn't I feel like Mushoku Tensei and Bleach are the only ones that's carrying the summer of 2026 for anime, which is insane to me. I don't know if you guys think about that, right? Yes, there's the Neko Chainsmoker anime. There's a Neko Chainsmoker anime, but I am still quite, you know, still, what's the word? Still shocked that, summer of anime in during the summertime, we got nothing much going on. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you